Smack Talk with Mac, episode 1. What's going on, YouTube? MacDub44 here. That's on Twitch. I guess on YouTube, I'm like Sean Mac Gaming. I'm not even really sure what my name is, but if you're here, you're obviously on my channel, so you know how to find me. Like I said, this is episode 1 of Smack Talk with Mac. My name is Sean Mac, so Smack Talk is just a name, just a play on my name. Many moons ago, I created my Gmail account, Smac. So it is what it is. Now, episode 1 of this podcast. Think about this podcast, it's going to be totally random. And one episode to the next may not even flow correctly, may not be anything related to the previous one. And am I going to set a regular schedule where this is going to be out every Monday? No. I would fail at that. So why set myself up for failure? If I have time, and I will have time. But if I have a topic that I want to talk about, and I think there's enough people that will listen and pay attention, then I'll create more. And when I'm saying enough people, shoot, I don't even care if it's 3 or 4 of you. If you like it and you're gonna watch and listen and you want to participate, I'll keep creating them. And I'm gonna keep these short and sweet, guys. Probably 10-15 minutes max. If you're like me and you have ADD, you're not gonna listen to me ramble for 30, 40, 50 minutes. I wouldn't listen to me ramble for 30 or 40 minutes. So that's how this is gonna go. I do want to have guest appearances. We'll do interviews and things like that. If you're interested and you want to be a part of the show, you can be. We can just do your mic. You don't have to have a webcam. A lot of podcasts, I don't even know. Can you consider it? You can call it a podcast if you have a webcam, right? I know a lot of podcasts, though, are just literally radio or voice. And I have a face for radio. So I probably should do that. But for now, we've got the camera rocking and rolling. So, all right. Let's do this, though. Before we talk about what we're going to talk about, let's set a goal. I need to be a little more motivated and set goals and try to obtain things. So I'm setting a pretty realistic goal here. I want to gain 3 subscriptions from this podcast, and I think I'm sitting at 62. So 65. I want to have 10 likes. And I want some people to turn on the notification bells, which I don't know how to see if anybody turns on notifications. But just in case you didn't know, here's how you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button next to my channel. That bell will turn on notifications, and it'll basically let you know anytime that either I'm live, which I don't know if I'll be live on YouTube much, or whenever I put a new video out there. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like, literally 10 likes. See if we can gain some subscriptions out of this. Okay. But today, what are we talking about? We're talking about NCAA Basketball 10. There's a lot of people out there playing this game. I don't know if it's their main game. A lot of guys who cycle through NCAA Football 14, they'll also play this every now and then. To me, guys, I love basketball, and I love basketball games. There just hasn't been... I guess I should be more specific. I love college basketball games. I play or have played 2K and NBA Live. I don't know. There's just they don't get. I don't like the My Team stuff that much, and the My Court stuff. Probably just because I don't have a lot of guys that I know that play 2K, or I probably would play more. But college basketball back in the day was my jam. My favorite college basketball game ever was Fox Sports College Hoops 98 or 99. It was on the Nintendo 64. Loved it. I played the hell out of that game. Which brings me to my first question. If you guys are still here with me and listening, I want you in the comments answer your favorite basketball video game of all time. It doesn't have to be college. Hell, there was one in Super Nintendo that you could play high school basketball. I used to have that. So, favorite basketball game of all time. And back in the day, did you like the old NBA Live series better than you like 2K? So put that in the comments. I'm hoping we can get about 5 answers out of that. What's your favorite favorite basketball game of all time? And did you prefer live or 2K? I liked NBA Live much better, but I was younger when I played that. So that's that. But let's get into NCAA Basketball 10. We can see here that we've got a dynasty started with Iowa State. Basically, why Iowa State? Well, I guess some of my closest friends over the last few years have become guys that I've actually met over the internet. Oddly enough, playing in a Madden league. And 3 of these guys just so happened to be in Iowa, literally about just 3 hours from me. I'm in Illinois, and they called themselves the Iowegians, which isn't a word. It's not a real name, but I guess you're probably just Iowans. But they called themselves Iowegians. There was another guy out in California who became a Iowegian like 3 years ago, and then like 2 years ago they made me an Iowegian. So just like-minded guys who like to play video games. Talk about anything. We've got a group chat that we just talk about random shit all day long. And 3 of these guys went to Iowa State. They're big Cyclone fans, and when I started this dynasty, I chose the option of any team, show me teams that are interested in me, and Iowa State was one of them. And so we took the job, and you can see here we're 14-2. I'll show you the roster, and I'll show you our schedule and how we're playing out so far. But that's why we're Iowa State. We're the Iowegians. And, so let's go ahead and get into the dynasty. I will first say this, guys. I know how to play the game. Shoot, pass, dribble, all that stuff. But the features and the recruiting, I am lost. It's not like NCAA football where, you spend points every week and you get those points back or whatever, or you can take some away. So I pretty much threw all my points in the first week. And now I don't have any left, and I don't even think I can offer anybody a scholarship. So we may not sign anybody in this first season, but that's okay. So here's the roster. We have Nick Tillman, a.k.a. Sinister, who is a good friend of mine and a great streamer. I'll put his Twitch down in the comments later, but it's twitch.tv/XSIN1STER. So X Sinister, but the second I in Sinister is a 1. But he's our center. I believe he's our team captain. 6'11", 255 soft. Player type is a post perimeter. And that's odd. I didn't even realize that, but that makes sense because he likes to like fade away and hit a turnaround J rather than go strong to the basket. It pisses me off sometimes. He's a pretty boy. We'll call him a pretty boy. So I only play 8-minute halves. So you're not going to see anybody on my team scoring 30 or 40 points a game. It's just we score in like the 50s as a team. But Tillman here averages 9.6 rebounds a game. Then we have Nick Carroll, a.k.a. Gingy, an Iowegian. 12.5 points, 6 rebounds. I believe he's our leading scorer. And he's a post perimeter as well. So, which me, as a former player and as a former high school coach, I'm happy with having one post perimeter guy, a guy who's going to come out and stretch the court and open up the middle and shoot a 3. But I need a low post scorer. But we'll get into that later. Nate Peters, another guy from Iowa. He's the little man of the group. Sorry, Nate. But he's our sharpshooter. 8 points. He's a freshman. He's really been playing a lot better of late. I think he had some struggles adjusting to the speed of Division I basketball, but he's really coming along and actually was a very, very big reason why we won our first conference game against Oklahoma last game. Then you have Sean Mack. Oh, excuse me here. Sean Mack with a K. When you're naming people in this game, you can do a custom name, but you can also choose a last name that the game recognizes. And so the announcers will actually say their last name, and it just so happens to be M-A-C-K. But I'm the point guard. I can see I average about 12 and 6. I'm looking to pass, man. I'm looking to get to the lane and find the open guy and dish the rock. I'm a facilitator. That's what I'm here for. Then we have Daniel Wayne, which we will talk about how Daniel Wayne and Ivan Zamora got onto the team. Right now, guys, you can be a part of this basketball team if you want. And here's a little video that shows you how to do that. All right, guys. So if you want to get involved with this NCAA basketball dynasty, one, all you have to do is watch and interact in the chat with me, and that's completely fine. That's really all I'm asking for. But if you want to utilize your channel points, or what we call them here, McNuggets, you can do that. So this is how it looks on a browser. It'll look a little bit different on mobile, but you're just going to look for the bottom left, my little emote here for McNuggets. Here's all the channel points that I have right now, but specific to the NCAA dynasty are 2,000 points to name a player, and you don't even have to be on my team on Iowa State. You can pick anybody. I'm not sure how recruiting works, if I can make recruits. We'll figure that out as we go. If I can make a recruit and you would just want to, go to the best school and see who you end up on, we can do that. Or if I'll go in and edit another team's roster if you want me to put you on your favorite team, and we can check your progress throughout the season. So that's 2,000 points. 2,500, you're going to be able to be the coach for a half. And I'm basically letting you do whatever you want. You can pick the lineup, the starting lineup, choose the offensive sets. If you're a basketball person, you want me to run like a pick and roll, a 4-high offense, a motion, 3 out, 2 in, 2 out, 3 in, something like that. We can do that. Defense, if you want me to switch back and forth between a man-to-man or a 2-3, a 1-3-1, or a 3-2 zone. You want me to play half-court man. You want me to full-court press, whatever. Subs, who plays when and who comes in for who. You want me to push the ball, be up-tempo. You want me to be more of a game manager and check the shot clock and work for a good shot. We can definitely do all of that. So that's that. And that's for a half. And then for 5,000 points, you can just, obviously just double. I'm actually gonna double. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change this to 4,000 points. So 4,000 points will get you it for the entire game. So 2,500 for a half, 4,000 for an entire game. All right, guys. Sorry, I was a little delayed switching back there. But that's what you can do with your channel points for this dynasty. And just completely blank there, sorry. Basically what I was going to say is I do plan eventually, and hopefully pretty soon here, to be streaming regularly. Probably every day, Monday through Friday, for at least an hour or two. And I like, I said basketball games are fun to me. And me only playing 8-minute halves, I could probably play 2 or 3 games stream and knock out a season in probably like 2 weeks or something like that, if not even more, if not even quicker than that. So, but I want, this is going to be a main staple that I'm going to play on my streams, along with MLB The Show 21, and I'll do a video about that. We'll do a podcast about that and how you can be involved with that as well. But so that's how Daniel Wayne, or Nasty Natty Gaming, I'm sure you guys all know who Nasty Natty is on Twitch. This is his created player, power forward. And then Aztec. Aztec has been one of my loyal viewers ever since I got on Twitch last year around this time. And he's got his player, Ivan Zamora. And Zamora's actually worked his way into the starting lineup the last few games. He's another sharpshooter. So, really my main starting 5, Tillman at center, Gingy at power forward. I actually put in Zamora at small forward. So we go kind of short. We got 6'3" at small forward. We got Nate, who's 6'2" at shooting guard, and then I'm 6'4". But then we got, 6'10", 6'11" down low. So 3 guards, 2 bigs primarily. And then when we need to go big, we bring in Daniel Wade. And he either comes in if one of the big guys is in foul trouble, or if we want to go 3 bigs, 2 guards, something like that. So we're getting about that 15-minute mark, guys, which is about all I really wanted to go. But we will show you the schedule so far. We are 14-2, and I'm not playing on the hardest setting. I'm playing on the second hardest. But I think this game is difficult to play. I think it's very difficult to play defense. So you can see here, we had a slip up to USC early in the season, lost by 5. We haven't really played anybody tough. Auburn, an SEC opponent. Like I said, we've had kind of a cupcake schedule. You're not allowed to customize your first-year schedule, so I'll say that. We did lose to number 1 Texas on the road for our first Big 12 game. We lost by 6. But then we had a huge bounce-back game against Oklahoma. We'll take a look at the box score real quick. You can see we were actually down by 9 at halftime, and then we came out on fire in the second half, and that's really the only reason we won. As we really started making a lot of threes. You can see the points here. Gingy had a good game inside. Nate scored 16, hit 2 threes, and then Ivan Zamora hit a 3, and I hit a 3. So guys, we're not a very good 3-point shooting team, so I'll take 4. 4 3-pointers is a good game for me. But that's the dynasty. That's what we're doing so far. I do have a new internet company. It's a fiber optic company. They literally have installed it in my entire neighborhood. And I thought it was going to be ready like last week. But I talked to them again, and apparently this was a former wireless internet company that is not only adding fiber optic in new areas, they are transitioning from wireless in their old areas to fiber optic, and they are hooking up current customers first, which is fine. But it sounds like I'm going to be hooked up sometime in May. And right now, my internet works, but my upload speed is so shoddy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that's why I haven't been streaming, because I would get so frustrated when everything would be going well, and then all of a sudden my upload speed would dip and my stream would cut out. And I just couldn't do it anymore. But I'm going to try to stream a little bit if I think that my upload speed can handle an hour. But as soon as we get this fiber optic running and rolling, we're going to be streaming, because I have time during the day, guys. The way that my job works, I have time to stream, and I want to stream. I want to get this thing going. I have a lot of goals in terms of followers, subscriptions, viewers, interaction in the chat. This is a hobby that I enjoy doing, and I want to be back on Twitch, and I plan to be back on Twitch soon here. But so that'll be the end of the first podcast, guys. I really appreciate you. Oh boy, I messed that up. Meant to go to that one. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, 10 likes if we can gain 3 subscriptions, and then I'll be back for podcast 2. I'm going to have a guest appearance on podcast 2, and we're probably going to be talking about video games and the state of where they're at and where they're going. So thank you guys. Hope you had a good time. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. But more important, have a great day, and stay safe, everybody.